There is a hidden biological link between your blood type and your specific risk of developing cancer. This isn't a theory. We are talking about massive data, including a study from the Karolinska Institute with over 1 million people, proving your blood type dictates your susceptibility to gastric cancer, pancreatic cancer, and even how your immune system identifies tumors. Most people are walking around blindly eating foods that act like chemical warfare against their specific blood cells. But here's the good news. By the end of this video, you are going to learn the exact antidote strategy. We're going to cover how to weaponize your diet to turn off those cancer-promoting genes. Now, let me show you something that'll make your jaw drop. Researchers followed 100,000 people for 30 years and found this. Type A had 26% higher pancreatic cancer risk. Type A had 20% higher stomach cancer risk. Type B and AB had higher ovarian cancer rates. But Type O had 37% lower stomach cancer risk and 14% lower pancreatic cancer risk. You might be thinking, great, I'm Type O, I'm safe. Not so fast. Why? You will learn in a minute. Now, before we get into the specific cancers, we have to understand why this happens. Imagine your red blood cells. They aren't just smooth donuts. Under a microscope, they are covered in tiny spikes called antigens. Think of these antigens like tiny satellite dishes. If you are Type A, you have the A antenna. Type B, the B antenna. Type O, they are the stealth bombers. They have no antennas. These antennas are constantly scanning your body. They are the security guards of your immune system. They determine what is self and what is an invader. Here is where it gets interesting. Cancer cells have their own antennas. In a healthy body, your immune system sees a cancer cell, checks the antenna, realizes it doesn't belong, and destroys it. But certain blood types act like a camouflage for specific cancers. The cancer cells mimic the antennas of your blood type, essentially stealing a security badge, so your immune system walks right past them thinking they are friendly. That is the root cause of the danger. It's a case of mistaken identity at a cellular level. Let's dig into the most significant link first, and this one is going to shock you if you are Type A. There is a verified connection between Type A blood and gastric cancer. It comes down to one bacteria, H. pylori. This bacteria burrows into the stomach lining. Imagine your stomach lining is a Velcro wall. If you are Type O, that wall is slippery. But if you are Type A, your specific antigens act like the matching side of the Velcro. You are genetically stickier to this bacteria. When H. pylori latches onto a Type A stomach, it causes chronic inflammation, a fire burning in your gut for decades. This damages DNA and leads to cancer. But here's the kicker. Type A individuals naturally have low stomach acid. I see this constantly. You eat meat and it sits there like a brick. You think you have too much acid because of heartburn, but you actually have too little. So, you have a sticky stomach lining plus weak acid, creating the perfect storm for gastric cancer. But don't panic, because I'm going to tell you how to fix the acid problem in the solution section. Now let's shift gears to Type B and AB. If Type A is the stomach, Type B and AB act as a magnet for pancreatic issues. Non-O blood types have a significantly higher risk of pancreatic cancer. The theory here involves the ABO gene and inflammation. Think of your pancreas as an insulin factory. In Type B and AB, this factory is prone to overheating. When you eat the wrong foods, you trigger hyperinsulinemia, chronically high insulin. Insulin is an anabolic hormone. It makes things grow. It makes belly fat grow, and it makes tumor cells grow. If you are Type B and living on a high-carb diet, you are pouring gasoline on a fire. I had a patient, Type B, chronic fatigue, constantly bloated. He was eating healthy lentils and chicken every day. We switched his proteins, and the inflammation vanished in 2 weeks. So, is Type O the winner? Not exactly. Type O generally has the lowest risk for pancreatic and stomach cancer because your immune system is aggressive. It's like a pit bull. It kills invaders fast. But if you don't give that pit bull a bone, it attacks you. Type O is highly prone to ulcers and inflammatory autoimmune conditions like Hashimoto's. Also, Type O has a hard time clearing stress hormones. When a type O gets stressed, cortisol spikes and stays high. Chronic cortisol suppresses the immune system. So, if you are type O and stressed, you disarm your own security guards. This leads us to the mechanism that ties it all together, called agglutination. There are proteins in food called lectins. These are nature's pesticides. When you eat lectins incompatible with your blood type, they act like glue in your bloodstream. If you are type B and you eat chicken, yes, chicken, the lectins in the muscle tissue attack your antigens. Your red blood cells start clumping together. When blood clumps, microcirculation stops. Oxygen cannot get to the tissues. A tissue deprived of oxygen becomes acidic and inflamed. That is where cancer starts. For type A, you thrive on veggies, but kidney beans and lima beans cause agglutination for you. They slow your metabolism to a crawl. For type B, chicken and corn are your enemies. They mimic insulin and disrupt your pancreas. For type O, wheat is your kryptonite. It creates immediate gut inflammation. The solution is the anti-cancer protocol. We need to create an environment where cancer cannot thrive using the danger loop versus safety loop concept. The danger loop. Eat wrong lectins, cause gut inflammation, develop leaky gut, the immune system gets distracted, a cancer cell mutates, and the immune system misses it. The safety loop. Eat right, gut seals up, the immune system is bored. It patrols the body, spots the mutation, and kills it. Here is the step-by-step plan. Step 1 is the acid shield, crucial for type A. You must acidify the stomach to stop H. pylori. Action: take betaine hydrochloride or 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar in water before every meal. This creates a firewall. If the stomach is acidic, the bacteria cannot latch on. Step 2 is the lectin elimination. Stop putting glue in your engine. Type O, eliminate wheat and corn. Eat red meat, grass-fed. Type A, eliminate red meat and kidney beans. Eat fish, turkey, and lots of broccoli, garlic. Garlic thins the blood, countering the sticky tendency. Type B, eliminate chicken and corn. Eat lamb, goat, or fish. Type AB, eliminate smoked meats and corn. Focus on seafood and tofu. Step 3 is the metabolic switch. Cancer loves sugar. We need to starve it. Action: intermittent fasting. You need to fast for 16 to 18 hours a day. This triggers autophagy, self-eating. Your body scours itself for damaged proteins and precancerous cells and recycles them. If you snack all day, autophagy never turns on. You are constantly building, never cleaning. Step 4 is the secret weapon supplement. There is a compound called fucoidan found in brown seaweed. Studies suggest it helps block the connection between cancer cells and blood platelets. It essentially strips the camouflage off the cancer cell so your immune system can see it. Here is the twist that keeps people sick, even when they eat right, the oxygen twist. You can eat the perfect diet, but if you have hypoxia, low oxygen, you are still at risk. Dr. Otto Warburg won a Nobel Prize for discovering that cancer thrives in low oxygen environments. What causes low oxygen? Sticky blood, yes, but also the wrong exercise. Your blood type dictates your stress response. If you are type O, you have the hunter genetics. You need intense exercise, sprints, heavy lifting, CrossFit. You need to burn off the adrenaline. If you just sit or do light yoga, your body stays acidic. You need to sweat to oxygenate. If you are type A, you naturally have high cortisol. If you do intense CrossFit, you spike cortisol even higher, crashing your immune system. You need calming endurance, hiking, brisk walking, swimming, yoga. You need to lower stress to let oxygen in. If you are type B, you need balance. Tennis, cycling, hiking, engaging but not exhausting. To summarize the checklist, identify your blood type. Cut the specific lectin bomb, chicken for B, wheat for O, red meat for A. Acidify with apple cider vinegar, especially type A. Starve the cancer with 16-hour fasting. Oxygenate with the right exercise for your cortisol levels. You have the power to change your genetic expression. Genetics loads the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. Keep the safety on. If you found this helpful and want to dive deeper into how your body actually works, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video.